Prime Minister Modi participated in the Quad summit, and some of the comments made by him on the summit, during the summit, happened to talk about how to take ties forward. Quad is not against anyone, is what Prime Minister Modi has said when talking about the Indo-Pacific region. Prime Minister Modi joins global counterparts in the United States. He talks about ongoing border conflicts. Peaceful resolutions also discussed during the Quad summit as he spoke at the meeting being held in Delaware in the United States, highlighting the juncture at which the meeting between the world leaders is taking place is tainted by conflicts happening around the globe. These are the comments made by Prime Minister Modi.
Friends, हमारी बैठक ऐसे समय हो रही है जब विश्व तनावों और संघर्षों से घिरा हुआ है। ऐसे में साझा डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यूज के आधार पर क्वाड का मिलकर साथ चलना पूरी मानवता के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। हम किसी के खिलाफ नहीं हैं। हम सभी एक रूल्स बेस्ड इंटरनेशनल ऑर्डर, संप्रभुता और क्षेत्रीय अखंडता के सम्मान और सभी मसलों के शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से हल निकालने का समर्थन करते हैं। फ्री, ओपन, इंक्लूसिव और प्रॉस्परस इंडो पैसिफिक हमारी साझा प्राथमिकता और साझा प्रतिबद्धता है। हमने मिलकर हेल्थ सिक्योरिटी, क्रिटिकल एंड इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज, क्लाइमेट चेंज, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग जैसे क्षेत्रों में कई सकारात्मक और समावेशी इनिशिएटिव लिए हैं। हमारा मैसेज साफ है, क्वाड इज हियर टू स्टे, टू असिस्ट, टू पार्टनर एंड टू कॉम्प्लीमेंट। मैं एक बार फिर राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन और सभी साथियों का अभिवादन करता हूं। 2025 में क्वाड लीडर्स समिट का आयोजन भारत में करने में हमें खुशी होगी। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Yes, so those are the comments of Prime Minister Modi on his visit to the United States after the first round of meetings that took place on day one of him being in Delaware. Let me go across to Geeta Mohan, who's joining me for more on this. Geeta, comments towards the end by Prime Minister Modi about India hosting the next Quad summit in 2025. What could it mean for India as far as the global stage is concerned if something like the Quad summit, which is very closely watched by other nations as well, India hosting it, what kind of message does this send out?
Well, it is a summit that India was supposed to host this year and last year itself, but that was not to be because of timing, scheduling issues with various leaders, and that's the reason why during the visit of the leaders in Japan, the Quad summit took place last year, and this time around on the sidelines of the Summit for the Future, where all these leaders were gathering. The Quad summit is taking place yet again. It's the presidential election. Biden could not have come to India. The parliament in Japan is in session. So that's the reason why we're looking at a Quad summit that was anyway to be hosted by India, being hosted in the United States of America. Therefore, it's 2025 where India will be hosting the Quad summit with the new leadership from the United States of America representing the country. It could either be Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. At this point in time, Prime Minister Modi is on his way to New York, which is where he will be attending Summit for the Future event. That is a UN initiative, and on the sidelines of which there could be meetings with both presidential candidates from the Democratic Party as also from the Republican Party.
Right, Geeta, stay with me because we continue to get more updates on Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States. And now we're getting to know that Modi-Biden bilateral talks are done. and Prime Minister Modi is now en route New York. PM Modi will be attending the summit of the future at the United Nations in New York. Along with that, he will hold some key bilateral meetings as well. That's as far as Prime Minister Modi's plan on day 2 of his visit is concerned. He's also expected to address a gathering of the Indian community in New York, just as we saw him getting up close with people who'd gathered in Philadelphia to welcome him at his hotel at the airport. You expect similar scenes to pan out once he reaches New York. As we understand right now, he's on his way to New York. Let me go back to Geeta for more on this. Geeta, the expectation also is that Prime Minister Modi will be having meetings with a few CEOs as well.
Well, that's right. We do not have details of who the CEOs are, but yes, there is a business meeting with top business leaders in New York, something that Prime Minister Modi does on a very regular basis when he is in countries, especially cities that have a lot of top CEOs in that city. And Prime Minister Modi is also going to do the same thing. He's also attending a very important Indian Diaspora event, as has been the case every time he visits any of the countries. He engages the Indian community, sometimes in very large numbers and sometimes in smaller numbers. In New York, it is rather large when it comes to the gathering of the Indian Diaspora. So the Indian community event is also going to take place where Prime Minister Modi is going to address the diaspora.
Thank you so much, Geeta, for bringing us all those details. Let me go across to Rohit Sharma, who's joining me live from New York at this point. Rohit, on the ground, what is it that you see right now? Talk us through the buzz on the ground. Talk us through the security preparation as well that is underway as Prime Minister Modi gets ready to attend these bilateral meetings and also then later in the day address the Indian diaspora as well.
Well, look, we've met a lot of people in Wilmington, Delaware, and also in New York. We're still trying to get into the event, which is slated for less than 12 hours from now. People are trying to see if they could get last-minute tickets. The event is sold out in the sense that there were only 15,000 some tickets, and there were more than 30,000 registrations. So people are still trying to get into New York. Massive, love from Diaspora. There will be at least 40 states that the organizers have told us that people will be flying in to New York City to listen to the Prime Minister. As far as security is concerned, we've never seen such security preparation, obviously because we've had some issues here with the U.S. Secret Service. So there's massive security cover. Not too long ago, the entire Nassau Coliseum was on a holdout because security service was again making sure that everything is fine. So nobody could get in and out of the Nassau Coliseum where the Prime Minister is supposed to speak. As we probably now are less than 12 hours away, we'll probably see a lot of Indian diaspora members right here on the streets of New York. They are excited. The doors open for them as early as 7:30 a.m. So they'll be queuing up to listen to the Prime Minister. And then after the Prime Minister speaks, which would be around at noon, which would be, I think, probably 9:30 your time in India, he is going to head back to his hotel. And there's supposed to be important meetings with a roundtable with CEOs, some influential Indian Americans, and possible bilateral meetings with foreign counterparts.